Yeah, are you in here again, Jarelle? Just waiting for Jarelle to come in. Hopefully, he got a better signal. Just waiting on him to get on. This technology is something else. In the meantime, just waiting for him to get back on. Can everybody hear me? Fine. Just waiting on Jarelle. Okay, I got you. Are you there?
All right, we back.
Yay!
There we go. I just did a lot for you to get this working. That's what I get for trying to Christian shop and do an interview.
Oh, well, praise the
Oh,
Lord.
you still freezing? I connected to Wi-Fi. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. You
Okay.
you good?
Yeah, I'm good. How you doing?
I am good. So
Great.
before we get started, of course, I'm gonna thank you for taking the time out to be with me in this conversation that we're gonna have.
Yeah.
Also, I totally believe in the 6 degrees of separation. I
Yes.
believe that people are one way or one person away, one opportunity away for getting the right connections, the right tips, advice, coping stuff, all of that. This is the whole point of why I'm doing what I'm doing. I've always been a connector. And I feel like the people that I follow, the people that I know personally, both in my family as well as friends, are some dope individuals. So the people that I've been asking to
Yeah.
do interviews, I feel like the world needs to hear their story, see their products, free advertisement, all of that good stuff. I'm not asking for nothing from nobody but just realness. So, um, I think I might have met you once in person. I know that I used to attend the same church as your brother,
Okay.
um, but I don't recall actually having a sit down conversation with you. But I have been following you for a minute,
Wow,
and when
that's
I
what's
say
up.
follow, um, I feel like what you're doing around the city, as well as I see you on different people's live recordings. I've seen
Yeah.
you at different places in the city, you know, with murals and different spots just playing your drums. And I'd be like, man, that's dope. Who is doing that? I ain't never seen it done. So
Yeah.
just tell us about like how you got into drumming, all that good stuff.
All right. Well, I started off drumming at church, of course. Can you hear me with this mask on?
Yes.
Okay. I started off drumming at church, young age. Pops was the choir director, so we traveled around the city Saturday mornings, whatever, Tuesday, choir rehearsal. So that's how I started to get into drums, you know, just being around them. And I was terrible at first. But through hard work, dedication, and consistency, you know, I became a professional musician. And now I've been doing it for 15 years plus, you know, just full-time musician. So that's some of my story. And then, you know, I started doing the mural drumming, which is basically just setting up in front of different murals, artwork around the city. You know, Detroit sometimes could just be known for violence. You know, you go to Channel 4, crime in the D, Channel 2, all you see is violence. All you see is robbery, stuff that's happening. You hear me?
Mhm.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
So most of the time, the media displays the bad side of Detroit. You know, so I want to use that same energy and display the good side. You know, yeah, we got crime and violence, but we also have talented people in the city. You know, that travels all around the world, creating vibes, creating music. So I want to bring those same vibes to my city, which I'm from 7 Mile. Shout out East 7 Mile.
Wow.
Shameless
So
plug.
is
Yeah.
with you being from east side of Detroit, 7 Mile, did you go to Osborne or did you go to Persian? Which
Now I went to Detroit School of Industrial Arts. That was on Moraine. I was
okay.
supposed to go to Persian, but I ended up going to DSIA, and it was more of a computer tech auto school. You know, it wasn't really focused on music, but my family, you know, we was heavy in music, so I was always around music, even though I didn't get it in high school. You know, and that's the benefit of growing up being a church musician. That's like
Okay.
your Berkeley School of Music right there, Sunday morning service.
Right, right,
That's where
right.
you
And
do all the
practice.
hands-on. Yeah, practice. Practice makes perfect, right?
Rehearsals, right. Rehearsal. Yeah.
Yeah, and
So, um, you said that your family comes from music. So me being I did not know. I was looking at your page that your mom is
mhm,
Peggy James.
yeah, yep. Peggy James, yep. I'm blessed with two mamas. I got Linda Crowder, Peggy James.
Listen.
God bless me with two mamas.
Now, if I understand this correctly, Peggy James used to or still do sing with Michael Fletcher, correct?
Yeah.
So I knew who your mom was through Michael Fletcher. I never met her up close in
Wow.
person, but she's one of those people that have a very unique voice.
Yeah.
And I made it my business to find out who she was based off of when I saw Michael Fletcher and the chorale sing. And
Oh yeah.
when I was first visiting your page and seeing you doing your thing, I saw a video of, oh, shouts out to my mom, Peggy James. I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Oh yeah.
So
Shouts out.
Peggy James is your mom. That's
Now I can't sing like her though. I'll try
boy.
to sing like her, but that's Dominique and Darius.
Whoo, that
They
woman,
singing like her.
she can sing. She
Yeah,
can sing.
but speaking of stuff like that, that's the rich upbringing we had. You know, growing up, going to Michael Fletcher rehearsals, it was like military. You know, teaching them choirs the right parts.
Woo.
That you was learning work ethics as a musician as a kid. We didn't even know it. You know,
Right. Yeah, cause
because
I
being a
heard he
musician is
ain't
more than
play.
just playing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's more than just playing. You can't go. Your talent can only get you there, but then it's your character and everything else that's gonna get you through it. So if you don't know how to show up for rehearsal, come on, somebody. We need to get some hearts on that. I'm gonna give myself a heart on that one. Show up on time. Be able to get along with people because hey, we human. So different things happen. And if you did have a problem, you should be professional enough to handle yourself in a way that won't damage your career or your reputation. So I thank God for that. That was a great upbringing.
So,
Just learning from them. That's all around the world. That's world renowned right there.
listen, if you seen any old videos, even up to this day, of Michael Fletcher, there was not too many
Yeah,
times I did not see Peggy James or a couple
yeah,
of other people that have been there from the beginning. And
yeah.
shouts out
LG
to
dad, LG who sing,
probably if I seen their
he sing
face.
all there. When you see him. Anyway, his dad is LeBotis. He was LeBotis. Rest in peace. He went on to glory, but he was one of the ones. That's how we met too. Well, we met way before in City View, but he was one of the singers. There was a lot of singers that came from there. That's
A lot.
powerhouses.
Yes, from the all of those, to the, shouts out to you that, like I said, your craft
Yeah,
has shown that you have spent time doing what you're doing. It's not like you're just up there like, oh, let me just, do some beats and all of this. I've tried drumming.
yeah.
That ain't my anointing.
You
So
could do it.
now
I get
singing.
lessons by the way, so we can get
Okay.
you going. We can get you going after Christmas.
So
You'll be playing praise and worship service.
now, I don't know about that, but I definitely can do the singing part.
Mhm.
But I was like, okay, when I first saw you again, it was across Facebook,
Mhm.
and I took notice. You was, chopping it up with other people's music, but you were doing your own twist to it while the music was
Yeah.
playing. And I was like,
Mhm.
that's different. And then I noticed that you were in different spots in Detroit while you were doing it, and then had a little video at the bottom. And I was like, oh, that's impressive. Somebody really had to take time out to do that. And plus, like I said, I know your brother Ivan.
Yeah.
So it was like, again, six degrees of separation. I would have never known who you were
Stone.
if,
That's what I call him.
yeah. So if I would have never known the connection until, the Facebook connection or whatever the case may be. Um.
Well,
So how
it's
has
like this. It's like this. As far as touching on what you just said, that's this is an exclusive interview because I'm really, I haven't even begun to really tell my story or just the whole makeup because people will see videos and really don't understand the whole concept.
Mhm.
Some people do, some people don't, but I feel like that's a way to connect. You play other people's music, you play covers. Growing up, that's all we did was play covers, play all the Motown hits, all the old school hits, all the gospel hits. You know what I'm saying? So that's a way to connect. That's how almost how every artist starts off,
Yeah.
just playing different covers because people can be okay. I know that song. And they'll remember you from that. And then from there on, you can kill two birds with one stone. I done tagged the artist. You never know. They might come to Detroit.
Come.
Hey, I need a
Mhm.
drummer.
I need a
Hey, I need
drummer.
a singer.
Yep.
I'm gonna tell them I can't sing, but I'll try to sing.
Do do you
So
do you do anybody like in the R&B world? Have you played with anybody like that yet?
yeah, I went on a tour with K. John. Let's see. Who else? There was I started my music career off like doing a lot of stage plays.
Okay.
So let me see. I'll name a couple. Addicted to Love. That was like Derek and Celeste Brinkley, and that was like one of the. No, it was Addicted to Love. No, it was Tell It to the Judge. That was a Judge Mathis stage play. So we basically toured all around the states for like 2 months, just going to different venues, doing the plays,
Mhm.
going to different theaters, I should say,
Mhm.
doing plays, and so that's how my career kind of started off after school because I graduated in 2002, '02 in the building.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I'm an old man out here now,
Oh,
but
too. What?
so I graduated. from school and went on the road doing stage plays. Then did a few more, and then there was another one, Church Girls, and Church Girls was a pretty good stage play that ended up going to DVD. It's on Netflix, I think, even to this day.
Mhm.
It was Robin Gibbons in there, Karen Clark, Sasha Page Lockhart, who else? Demetria McKinney, Tommy Walker, who passed, but he was like one of the cats that did like all Fred Hammond first stuff, Radical for Christ,
Mhm.
all that. He was the MD, but he made some classical timeless music,
Mhm.
and I had a chance to tour with him for almost, I want to say within 2 years, and do a live DVD. We did the live DVD at a music hall,
Okay.
and that was so that was an experience in itself because that was big showtime. Doing that was
Right.
just starting my career off. Just from being a church drummer. I didn't necessarily get theory lessons or go to school for 4 years. This all was based off of going to Sunday morning, afternoon service, choir rehearsal, whatever. And that's how I learned. And, that's how I'm still keeping it going. So that's how I developed the concept of what I'm doing, off that.
So since the pandemic has happened, has life for you changed any?
Oh, yeah. It has, but it hasn't. I'm going to tell you one thing. It has in a major way. I'll say that. But it's all about how you look at it. Like I said, the last past 15 years, I've been doing this full time. This is how I feed my kids.
Mhm.
This is how I pay my bills, do whatever. I chose to do this for a living. And, just with everything being canceled, everything being shut down, right now, almost every musician in the city will be double booked. We'll be calling each other, hey, can you do this gig? All right, bet. I got to do this other Christmas party, whatever. It's Christmas time. Everybody who don't have a band booked tonight, they probably had bands booked 2 years ago, and they still canceling stuff. So it's tough for our pockets and everything else, but I can honestly say God has sustained me. You know what I'm saying? And it also has brought my mindset up to be more creative
Right.
because my gift is not determined on the opportunity I get to play, but the passion in my heart.
So,
So it's my passion that's going to drive it, and then you have to create from that. Whether if you're doing covers, whether if you're doing your own music, whatever you're doing, you ain't even got to be doing music. This for everybody. You ain't got to be no musician. Whatever you want to do, for so long we thought the 9 to 5s would get us through, but now you have to really fall on your creativity when everything closed down. That's why you see this J His band, face mask that's available for $10. You know what I'm saying? But that's why you see it because honestly, it's the difference between faith and doubt. Faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of the unseen. So I can step out on that and say, hey, I want to do that. Or I can doubt it. Be like, dang, ain't nobody gonna wear my name. Ain't nobody gonna wear this red. They might not like it. They ain't got no money. You can do either one. You got two doors to open. And I chose to open the faith door. Right? I'm gonna sell my stuff. I'm gonna sell my product. You gotta have merch out here. I'm creating a legacy for my kids, for my whole family. You know what I'm saying? So with that, it's more than just playing drums, or it's more than just playing in front of the mural. We doing 10 things at once. We might be motivating the culture, the youth. You know what I'm saying? Always lifting up Jesus' name. So
absolutely. So have you had an opportunity yet, or has it been a thought in your mind to brand some drumsticks?
you know what? It has been, but I want to do something more like getting endorsed by one of my favorite companies. I do want to do my own drumstick, but that's not where I want to go. I got a ton of other things I'm doing. I want Zildjian to go ahead and hit me up with that endorsement deal, and then we rock out.
Hmm.
No, but yeah, I would love to do that one day. Right now, I'm busy doing so much other stuff. That would just be a whole nother beast in itself. But
What
right now,
about
trying to do these shirts and
studio work?
T-shirts. Right now, I have. Oh yeah, we doing studio work every day. That's how DTE get paid.
Right.
So yeah, we definitely always available for studio work. Always available. We still have the live bands right now. I'm working some stuff on. I ain't gonna tell everything I'm doing. I just want you to see it. But I'm presenting something with my J Hits brand.
Okay.
So stay tuned for that. And
Um.
it's at a dope. It's at like one of the dopest venues in the city.
Okay.
and some of my good friends playing with me. It's like I would say family that's playing with me and vibing out
So, what's the
for the
band that you
whole.
normally play with? I think I have an idea who it is, but let the people know. Who you
The
usually play
norm.
with.
I don't say usually. I'll say who I started with. I started with 313, the live experience,
Mhm.
and we all grew up together. Some of my good friends. Shout out to them. Amazing band. We started together, and then from there on out, I went and did my own thing. And now I'm rocking with Jay Hicks band. So that's the brand I'm running with, and that's basically no set group of people. It's just whatever the vibe calls for. Like
Okay.
we have a city full of talented, great musicians, and I feel like we all have our story to tell.
Right.
So that's basically what the band is based off of. Detroit musicians telling their story.
Yes, because I know for a fact there's a lot of talented from the young ones all the way up, and it was something else that I appreciated, like when one of Detroit might have lost one of their musicians, how you guys get together collectively and do a cause for the person, or um just get together and just rock out. And I thought that was really really dope to do, as far as my brothers and my sisters playing together for uplifting the person or their family, that their legacy doesn't end. So I thought that was
Let me tell you something. Detroit musicians are unique in itself. They're like the way we tell our story, the way we carry ourselves is top notch. I've been all around the world, even in Europe. I mean, whatever. They ask me, "Wow, how was it in Detroit?" They fascinated with Detroit because of our style, our swag. I mean, you got to realize Motown.
mhm
It started in Detroit. Atlanta might try to claim it now, but it's really Motown, which is Detroit.
mhm
You go on Grand Boulevard, right? That's where it started.
mhm
But the style and the flavor that we have, it's like second to none. And I'm saying I'm proud. I'm proud to be a Detroit musician. And it's a lot of talented, great brothers out there, good brothers that's doing more than music, helping people. I'll name a few. Devon Johnson. He got his own band or whatever. They still doing their thing through COVID. They're still doing virtual concerts, still coming together, risking their health, but to still bring the vibes. Because right now you don't even have no live bands going on. You got to look at all the old footage. You got my brother Darius James. He's working at his church. He's the minister of music, still bringing the gospel music scene together. You know what I'm saying? You have a ton of musicians that's working weekly. Shout out musicians I work with, DJ. This, and shout out Terrence Hurd. Terrence Hurd is one of our good brothers. That's another thing you were talking about, how we stick together. He's going through what he was going through. He had to get his leg cut off, and nobody can really talk about that because you haven't been through that.
right.
So, but that's our brother. It's more than just, oh, you called me for a gig, so I'm gonna be there for you. No, it's like you my brother. Whatever you need, I got you. That's how we carry ourselves.
I was
You know.
able to actually I met him last year. They were doing something out in Highland Park at one of the
Yeah,
reform museums that
yeah,
Rashard Tucker decided to open back up. And the live band that they had was Terrence Hurd's band.
yeah.
And I was there. So I was like, wow. So when I saw that you guys were doing a charity for him,
Mhm.
with the musicians to get together, I was like, yeah, that's what's up. Like, it's
True.
not
The
just
whole city, the whole
yep.
city doing something. Alex Goff and them did something. Will and them did something. Travis and them. Everybody. Yesterday he had another group who he played with. They did something for him. Because it's more than just, oh, I did this. We coming together. Whether if this person on the east side, west side, but we all coming together doing stuff for our brother. It's not about, oh, who do it. It's just about make sure we do it. Make sure we look out for each other. So
That's
I'm proud of that.
that's
That's a
really
proud
good.
moment you can have. Yeah. And even with another one of my friends, Bernard, he played in the. We grew up. We started our career off together, and he ended up getting shot and different things. I ain't gonna get into his story, but right now he's not really playing. He's not capable to play because I mean he can play, but he's been shot or whatever. So he can't do his normal do. So we're trying to get together now and see what we can do. Because we all stick together. Whether it's, hey, let's come on jam out for an hour. If we can walk away, give him $500. He go put that on DTE and
Hmm.
get some chicken shack, whatever.
Right.
Our job is done. Because you will want somebody to do it for you.
Yeah. Especially when, most musicians um that I know of, they're paying like three or four different churches in one Sunday, or they had to decide if I'm gonna do the church scene or I'm gonna do the club scene, or
Yeah. Come on.
each is one. Like, which one are you gonna do? And so I can imagine if you're not able to do your craft, that's the way you eat. That's where you take care
Yeah.
of business. And if you're not able to do that, I mean, what do you fall back on?
Exactly. And that's where we at now. And that's what we're creating new content. Like right now, everybody is on the same level. Nobody's traveling.
Hmm.
Nobody has this gear. Nobody's playing on Good Morning America. So it's basically back to the drawing table. What can you do that's going to be creative, that's going to stand out, that's going to make an impact and have an impact on people? And I would say one of the things that you can do if any musicians listening and they just lost in this season, because this is a tough season. Nobody has the answers. Everybody's trying to figure it out together. But what I would say is be yourself. Look at what you're around. Create content off that. Believe in yourself. If you don't believe in yourself, you ain't gonna make it. That's the main thing. Your confidence gotta be on 10 always.
Hmm.
Definitely confidence over arrogance. Because we're training up to where you gotta be confident but not arrogant. We don't want nobody coming in, with the big head or nothing. Because we work too hard, for the name Detroit musician. We work too hard for that. Everybody doing all these weekly gigs, representing the city. We want our city to have a great name. We want to be able to do great things for people. Most of all, we want to create vibes. It's more than just playing music, but we want to be able to use our God-given gift. So yeah, I feel
So
like I'm talking too much.
no, it's fine. This a lot of people was kind of nervous about this. I'm like, no, it's just me and you talking. Like, we just
Oh
having a,
yeah, I'm good. Now if we was at church, it'd be something different. If you gave me the mic in front of the congregation, you'll hear it all in my voice. But
So are you training up? I know you said you had kids. So are you training up musicians behind you, or you gonna let
oh
them
yeah,
decide?
oh yeah. And listen, it's not even like training them up. They a whole different person. Like me growing up, I didn't really find myself until I got a little older. My little 8-year-old daughter would get on that drum set, playing that pocket so mature and precise. It's in her. You know what I'm saying? It's in her blood. It's what she was called to do. Even my oldest daughter, Micaiah, she's playing. She's a great drummer too. And then Janiyah, she's not playing. She's more of a, she want to do some hair or something, or
Okay.
paint her nails right now. I'm trying to get her to sing. Like, girls in your blood to sing. I couldn't sing, so it's on you.
Right.
Yeah.
She's like, I ain't
But
trying
I
to hear
mean,
that.
and then I'll help people out. I got a couple people reach out to me here and there that need help, and I help them whatever I can, whether if it's with etiquette, whether it's with the theory that I do know, or just advice on how to be successful and how to pursue your career as a musician. Because it's really like nobody has the handbook to it. Right now we don't really have a foundation to where if you did have a young cat that was coming up and want to play, like, okay, you go to this, you go to that, like, so we got to develop that. That's why we in this time now. We have to create our own unions. We got to create our own organizations, get our own restaurants, our own establishment to where we can create content and music, and we be the owners of the venue and still host the night, or do whatever. So this time it's motivating if anything, because there's nothing going on. There's a lot of property in the city. Imagine if 10 of us got together and did that.
Right.
We'd shut downtown down. Floods would be like, what?
Right.
There have been to sit some guys out there. It's like, hold on, man.
We missing out on money. What? Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah.
Yep.
That's good. I never really thought about, like music union, or, just like if anything was to happen to anybody in the band or whatever, here's some money to, like a HMO or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
Like,
Of
here,
course,
go
we
take
want to
care of
have,
them.
yeah, we want to have all that. We're going to have a board. We want to have a board to where you have a group of people because everybody just can't come. Like, hey, I need some money. But people that are really affected and really need it, we're gonna set something up. That's in the making.
That's
We're gonna
good.
set something up to where everybody is gonna be covered. And it's more than just you going to a place and you feeling welcome, you feeling love, you family.
Hmm.
That's what we're gonna create. Even with marching, going around the city, not condoning certain things. Like hold on, we got to have a standard. We got to protect these women. We
Hmm.
got to protect these kids.
Okay.
We stand against violence. We stand against whatever. We have a voice. We just got to learn how to use it. That's all.
That's
You know
what's
what
up.
I'm saying? That's what's up.
What about when you were talking about your daughter's playing? um I think that's in itself a good, beginning, because there's not a lot of female drummers, and the only person that we see like in the forefront most of the time is Sheila E. But
Hold on now. Hold on now. Now listen. If
yes.
you gonna talk about female drummers, you gotta mention some Detroit female drummers. Now you gotta mention Tasha.
Hmm.
Tasha is one of the most solid female drummers of all times,
Hmm.
not just from the city, but all times. You got Amelia, Pocket Queen. She out there killing it. No, her name is Amelia, not her name is Amelia Pocket. That's two different people, Pocket Queen and Pocket. But anyway, I want to get that right and get the name right. But I love Amelia. Carla Kane, you got a ton of musicians, female musicians that you can, that the list goes on. But yeah, you're right. She is not a lot of female drummers, and I think that might have been intimidating for so many years. But they breaking out of it. I've been seeing a lot of female
And
drummers.
that's
A lady
good.
named Patricia, yeah, and even percussionists.
And
Jovia,
then you have
Jovia, she's from Detroit.
Chelsea Cox can
Chelsea, come on now,
Chelsea
hold
is
on.
bad.
How I'm gonna say female drummers and forget about Chelsea?
No, you
See,
can't forget Chelsea.
that's why you can't start name calling because I'm gonna think of 10 people after this interview. Like, dang,
I
I
should have
might get an
said
inbox like,
right.
hold on, blood.
How you
But
forget
no, Chelsea,
me?
I love Chelsea. Chelsea, her playing is crazy. Like, I remember when I first heard her, it was at the church, of course. I was just looking like, hold on, she was looking out. She had a little makeup on. Like, okay, she about to play praise and worship. She got on there and played like she was at a recording for
Yeah,
Israel. Yeah.
she's good. That's what I was saying. Like, it has to be pushed even more in the forefront,
Mhm.
because like I said, the world only sees, that's the first person they pop in their head, Sheila E. And then you got the, if I'm not mistaken, Beyonce's all female band, right?
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Yeah.
And
I
then
don't even. Yeah. I don't. It's a lot. And then shout out to it's a Detroit singers Angela, um, Ava. Who else? Angela, Ava. Shoot, I'm thinking of my sister's name. Oh man, I'm about to get in trouble. See, that's what I get for name calling. But some Detroit sisters, Carla. It's Carla, Ava, Angela. Oh, and then Bianca. Carla, Angela, Ava, and Bianca. They doing a little female, song for Detroit for the, Detroit female singers. So shout out to them. They're in the studio now. So
Wow.
that's dope in itself because we were talking about the female drummers. So I heard they were even going to ask Tasha to play drums. You know what I'm saying? Just to represent for all the beautiful females, the black queens, whatever, white, Hispanic, whatever.
Right, we
This
could do it
Detroit.
all.
Mhm. No doubt.
So, have you played behind your mom, like on some of her recordings?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I'll tell a funny story. When she did a Promise album. I don't remember when. I think that I was still was in high school, but I was supposed to play a couple songs, but it was Myron Bell playing and Javon. But I was so nervous, and I still was growing into being a musician. So I was supposed to do it, but I backed out at the last minute, so I wouldn't have to embarrass myself. But anyway, that was a funny story. But yeah, did a lot of concerts with her and a lot of stage plays. She did a lot of them stage plays with me. When we go on the road, she would be on the road right there with us. So she
Wow.
did a lot of stuff with the Brinkley.
You said
They
Myron
doing
Bell?
yeah. Myron Bell played the drums on her album. It was Myron Bell
Oh,
and it was
Jesus.
Javon Cohen. Yeah. Myron is one of them cats too. We grew up listening to. That was Rude. Myron Bell was that was our Berkeley School of Music. You know, from the Vanessa
I
Bell
told
album
him
to the
before, yes,
yeah from the
on a
Vanessa
couple of
Bell, Thomas
Derek
Winfield,
Starks, all type of
Derek
stuff.
Starks, William Murphy. Most people don't know he did a William Murphy album. That was before William Murphy had really got out there. But Bell, I was in the studio with him when they was doing it. I think it was called Changes or something. Well, that was the name of the song or something. But I think Chip Dixon was on that gig. Yeah, it was. I done been around them doing their thing, and that's really like a way how I developed my style and my favorite of playing drums. Just from watching Myron. Myron is one. Uh, of course, my good friend Cliff. He's a drummer. Started off with watching him. There's a ton of people I can name. David Modoc. So all the cats that I named, they more so pocket. I mean, Myron, they all to get out there and do their business. But when you on the session and stuff, you have to play with discipline. When you just sit shed in the basement,
Okay.
that's cool. But when you got a session, it's a certain way you play it. You play with discipline, and I was fortunate enough to learn that at a young age and be around it. So, yeah.
So can you read music,
No.
or everything you do is a feel?
Everything I do is by feel, by ear, and by sight. But I do want to venture off into that. But yeah, it's almost like the Nick Cannon drumline movie, how he memorized everything that quick.
Hmm.
But I mean, it's an art in that too. Shouts out to everybody that know how to read all this stuff. That's great. But it's definitely an art too, and being able to hear it and play it. Because the difference
Okay.
in me is I got a gift from God. This was in me. You know what I'm saying? And I just had to manifest as the days went by. Like I have a very unique way of how I play and how I learn. I lock myself in a room for days and months and just play drums. Not with no certain technique, but I just played what I heard and I played what was in my heart. And that's what I still do to this day.
Wow.
Yep.
So is it like a person send you a track and then you play to it, or how does that work?
So they send me the track, then they got to send me the budget. Then no, I'm joking. Yeah, that's how it is. Yeah, you just send me the track, and I'll sit out, maybe a couple of days. But I'm gonna tell you something. Like that's the whole makeup of my band. That's what I'm trying to capture. Like I grew up to where, like the church I play at, House of Prayer and Praise. We get the music, the praise and worship minister, she might be feeling something on the way to the church. You get it, and then you learn it, you listen to it, then you're ready to go. The same thing with when I was playing with 313. We didn't really have like a lot of rehearsals. It was just straight off the cuff. It was impromptu.
Hmm.
So that's how I learned over the years, just getting on stage. I'm talking about we got on some crazy stages, big old stages, to where stages that people that been rehearsing 2 months got on. We got on there with no rehearsal, but when you understand the whole essence of playing a vibe and grooving, that can take you a long way. You know,
I get it.
yeah,
I get it.
no doubt.
Um, how long have we been on here? I can't see.
I'm about to charge you overtime now. I'm joking. No, we've been this has been a great conversation. I thank you for reaching out to me and giving me the platform to even be able to tell my story. You know what I'm saying, or even be interested in hearing my
And
story.
I feel like this is still surface. I'm sure that there's, more to it. Because a lot of people use, I know I have used the arts for counseling. I have used the arts for just mood music. Sometimes I have gotten on your live and you might have been playing a type of vibe that I needed at the moment. Like, okay, let me listen
Wow,
to this
that's what's
whole
up.
video because this is putting me in a calm mode. Or like you were
Wow.
playing PJ Morton the other day, and I
Mhm.
love PJ Morton's. So shouts out PJ, if you ever, you know, I would love to sit down and talk to you. But
Yeah, PJ, hit her up.
PJ to me
I
is
don't know him either.
our
Hey, he might see this video. He
listen,
go see this
ain't no
video and hit
telling.
you up.
I
Faith, you gotta have faith.
I
Everybody gonna hit you up.
yes, absolutely. So PJ, I heard his album and I heard his voice, and I honestly can say I thought, without researching, I thought it was Stevie Wonder.
Wow.
Stevie Wonder is my number one, singing person. Like, this dude is ridiculous. So when I looked it up
Da,
and I
da.
found out that it wasn't Stevie Wonder, I was like, who is this? And that's our
Yeah, that
modern
was Stevie
day.
Wonder. Yeah, that was Stevie
It
Wonder
was
because you got to realize, just like I was talking about Myron Bell, that's the cat he grew up listening to, and that's the cat he learned from,
right.
and he sort of adopted that
You can
style and
tell in
took
his
it and
music.
put his
Yep.
style with it. Yeah,
Yep.
and then
His
Bishop Morton,
music.
having Bishop Morton and Stevie Wonder, oh
Yes.
man, that's a recipe for success.
Well,
That
he's
reeks of
been
success.
very successful. Look, I
Yeah, but
went
this
to his
was a great
concert
interview.
last
I got to
year,
get back. Uh huh.
and it was the best concert I ever seen.
Uh huh.
PJ, that is.
Oh yeah. Which one did you go to?
But thank you guys.
Where was he
He.
at?
All I
L
could tell
Club.
you, it was downtown.
It was at the L Club. It
And
was
we.
at Southwest.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Okay. It was downtown. It might have been Shane Park. Yeah, he did a few
Nope,
shows
nope, nope,
around the
nope.
city.
It was in a building that did downstairs didn't have any chairs. You had to stand up the whole concert. And they had
Majestic. It might have been in Majestic.
where is that at? I think that might be it.
Downtown. Yeah, downtown.
But yeah,
Yeah.
so for those who are on, please like and share this video. I will
Yeah.
definitely get with Mr. James again. I have to get out myself because I got to go to work at 8 o'clock.
Get to
And
work.
I enjoy talking to you, and we will meet again.
Yes. And then make sure you tune in to Vibes Around Detroit every day for mural drummer. Every day I'm posting positivity, dope clips of Detroit. This is all Detroit based. Eventually we're gonna go out and go some different places, but right now this is Detroit. So show some love and then be on the lookout for a special announcement from Jay His Band because we are planning a live show,
And
virtual show,
buy his
virtual.
face mask as well. Anything,
And buy my
follow
face
him.
mask.
Yes, follow
And then
him.
I got T-shirts. Follow me, pray for me, save me a chicken wing at Christmas dinner. No, but thank you again.
No problem. And I'll talk to
All
you
right,
soon. All right.
all right.
Bye.
Bye.